Hello, friend. We are back here again today to look at some more area of triangles. And as we talked about yesterday, to find the area of a triangle, we do base times height divided by 2, because a triangle is half of a rectangle. Another way you might see this formula is 1/2 times base times height. They mean the same thing. But two things to remember with triangles. First one, at some point you always have to divide by 2 or multiply by 1/2. Second thing is look for the right angle. Look for the right angle, because that right angle will connect your base to your height. Okay, so let's look at this first example. We have a classic 3, 4, 5 right triangle. First thing I'm going to do is I want to find that right angle. Here it is. So the right angle connects my base, which is 3 yards, to my height, which is 4 yards. So I write my formula, area of the triangle equals base times height divided by 2. We should be able to do this one in our head. 3 yards times 4 yards is 12 square yards. So the area is 12 square yards divided by 2. 12 divided by 2 gives us 6 square yards. So that's the area of this triangle. This 5, that information is not necessary in this problem if you want to find the area. Next example. Okay, once again, we identify the right angle, and that's going to connect your base and your height. The base isn't always going to be on the bottom, even though we think base bottom, not in this particular instance. So this 10 yards, not necessary for the problem. So the area of our triangle, base 8 yards, times height 6 yards, divided by 2. We always have to divide by 2 for a triangle. So 8 yards times 6 yards is 48 square yards divided by 2. 48 divided by 2 gives us 24 square yards. Another way we could do that arithmetic, if you wanted to look at it differently, is we could think we could divide this 6 yards by 2. That would give us 3 yards. 8 times 3 gives us the 24. Or we could do 8 yards divided by 2, which would be 4 yards times 6 yards, which would still give us the 24. What you can't do, though, is divide both the 8 and the 6 by 2, because then it would be like you'd be dividing by 4. So that you can't do. But if you want to divide one of them by 2 in the beginning, you can do that as well. Example 3. Okay, first thing we're going to do, look for that right angle. It's going to connect your base. This time 9 is our base. And this dotted line, that 4 centimeters, that's our height. So area equals base times height. Always got to divide by 2 for triangles. Okay, this time I'm going to use the strategy I talked about in the last problem. Since 4 is an even number, I'm going to divide 4 centimeters by 2, giving me 2 centimeters. 9 centimeters times 2 centimeters is 18 square centimeters. Which that's the same answer if we had done 9 times 4 and we got 36 and then did 36 divided by 2. That would still give us 18. Last example. Look for that right angle. It connects our base to our height. So this dotted line is not part of your base, but it's just showing how the base extends to that right angle. But the 6.5, that's our height. So this 10, we don't need to use it. Okay, so to find the area of this triangle, It's the base, 5 inches, times the height, 6.5 inches, divided by 2. 5 inches times 6.5 inches gives us 32.5 square inches, divided by 2, and 32.5 divided by 2, that would be 16.25 square inches. That's the area of this triangle. And that is all that we have for today. I hope it made sense. And we will see you tomorrow. Yay.